Hey, tubies! Hello, hello. It's Lord Ision. Welcome to Wiccan Wednesday. I'm getting my witch on. I got my witch hat on. We're in the spirit of the Wicca. And you know what happens when you get in the spirit of the Wicca? What happens? You get blessed, and then you get glorified. Well, welcome, guys. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome to our group. Welcome to our gathering. It's so fun to have you here. Well, there you go. Well, golly gee, I tell you, I have had a nonstop day. Whew. I have been doing readings all day, and I've got more readings tonight. Our show is going to be a little short today because I have to go into more readings. I'm working till midnight with private sessions today. I want to say thank you to all of you who are calling for readings. Please be patient. I'm literally working around the clock. I started at like 8 o'clock this morning. I'm going to midnight, and I'm going to be that way all week till we get to the weekend. What's going on the weekend? Well, just to remind you guys, you haven't done so. We have our Saturday class, psychic development class on Saturday. This week, I'm teaching a class on how to safely, keyword safely, work with earthbound spirits. That's going to be our Saturday class. If you want to register for that, go over to my website, PsychicBob.com, and you can buy the Saturday class there. And only the Saturday class is there. It says Psychic Development Class. We meet every Saturday at 12 o'clock noon. So this week, I'm teaching a class on earthbound spirits, how to safely work with them. Love to have you there. Our space is limited to 30 people for the class. So we're already like filling up. So if you want to get in, you need to register like today for that, okay? Love to have you there. Hi, Laura M. Yes, I'm really crazy busy, you know. Well, gosh, we got a lot of people. Look, there's John McMahon's here. Hello. There's Denise T. Joey J3's here. Pardon me, guys, my voice is going. Cappy Hurry is here. Yay, you made it. Good to see you. Laura M's here. Robin Boston's here. Yeah, Robin, I need to rest my voice, but I'm getting hundreds of calls a week. So I'm trying to catch up on work. I do need to I'm going to take a vacation soon, just like a week off. There's Jaden P's here. Yay. Baroness Kolobob's here. She's our moderator. What's that mean? She's got the wrench. She's here. If you have any problems in chat, she'll help you. If anybody's harassing anybody, let her know. She will throw the wrench at them. If you want to make donations, you're having problems, ask Baroness Goldbob. She'll help you as well. Well, I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Robin. Yeah, it is a dilemma. It's like I can't afford not to work, but I need to rest, but I can't afford to rest. I feel great. I mean, I don't feel sick. My readings are going great, but now at this time of night, my voice really goes. So I'm just glad that you're here. Now, another important announcement. Sunday is Inner Circle. If you'd like to be part of an elite psychic group, on Sunday we're meeting this Sunday, Psychic Bob's Inner Circle. This week I'm teaching on angels, what angels are and how to connect with them. And I'm going to share my own personal journey with angels and their presences. If you're interested that is Psychic Bob's Inner Circle. That's going to be our Sunday class. That class is limited to only 10 people. It's an elite group for people who are very serious. It's not just open to the public. We share a lot of personal stuff in that class. So if you're interested in being part of that, that is not, hear me, it's not on my website. What you need to do if you want to be in Sunday's class is send me an email. I sent out a mailer today to people. Some of you may have gotten it. If you didn't get it, send me an email and tell me that you want to be in on Sunday's class. I'm only limiting, it says the first 10 people who register, who notify me, pay the invoice. I'm going to send out invoices. First 10 people who pay the invoice will be admitted to the class. I usually average about, usually you get like 50 or 60 people each week that want that class. I limit it to 10. So if you want to be one of the 10, you need to register as soon as possible. Okay. So yeah, come and join me. You could have a Psychic Bob marathon weekend. All right. You could do Friday night live psychic readings. You do Saturday Inner Circle. Saturday night, we're going to do live tarot readings. Sunday, we've got Inner Circle. And Sunday night, live psychic readings. So there's a little bit of something all weekend long going on here at Spirit Channel and with Psychic Bob. So we would love to have you be part of us, okay? So if you want to be in the Saturday class, that you don't have to write me for. Just go to my website and you do a payment there. You'll see it says Psychic Development Class. It'll send me an email once you do a payment. I'll put you on the list. On Saturday morning, I will send out the invitation to the class like a half an hour before the class. Okay. Sunday, on Sunday, same thing. I will send out for those who pay the invoice. I will send out the invitation half an hour before the class. So you can have a little Psychic Bob all weekend long, you know. Hey, there's Colleen Cora. Hey, Colleen, good to see you. Colleen says, hello, Psychic Bob and Baroness Cola. Hey, I got my second Scott Cunningham book, so I have Guide to the Solitary Practitioner. Today got the complete book of incense, oils, and brews. So excited. Yay, Colleen, I'm so happy. We're going to do a little reading here tonight from this book, from Wicca, A Guide for the Solitary. So I thought we'd just do a little invocation here. All right, so let's do a little prayer. I want to start off with some prayer here. I want to say thank you to our UK viewers for staying up late. I see Volcanic Ice is there. It's midnight in London. Thank you for being up late. Thank you to Baroness Goldbob. She's in Britain as well and staying up late. So late night for our British viewers. Thank you for your support. Thanks for being here. All right, so let's do a little invocation, shall we? All right. John, are you in Ireland? And John McMahon says, and Ireland. There you go. He's in Ireland. There you go. All right. Welcome to all of our Irish and English and British viewers. Scottish, Welsh, Celtic. You guys know what I mean. All right. So let's do an invocation. You know, I think that one of the things that a lot of people in Wicca don't know about Wicca is they forget that we really do believe in the gods. There's a new trend I see on YouTube of atheistic witchcraft. That is just the ultimate joke to me. The witches of old knew that their power came from the higher beings and the gods and the powers of the earth, that the earth was animated by the power of the gods. So we don't do that atheism stuff here. It's wrong. All right. Invocation to the goddess. Let's just kind of open ourselves. Crescent one of the starry skies, flowered one of the fertile plain, flowing one of the ocean's sighs, blessed one of the gentle rain. Hear my chant midst the standing stones, open me to your mystic light, waken me to your silver tones, be with me in my sacred right. Wasn't that magic? Wasn't that beautiful? Let's do that again. That is worth a repeat, I think. So this is the invocation. It's called Invocation to the Goddess by Scott Cunningham. All right, let's do it again because we'll make it a little smoother this time. Crescent one of the starry skies, flowered one of the fertile plain, flowing one of the ocean's sighs, blessed one of the gentle rain. Hear my chant midst the standing stones, open me to your mystic light, waken me to your silver tones, be with me in my sacred right. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh. This is like my favorite Wiccan book of all the books I've read. I always come back to it. It's always amazing. Always something new. You know. And there's Sydney Zimmerman. Hey, Sydney, blessed be. Welcome. Tonight, I just wanted to spend a few minutes, and I'm going to have to keep this show short because, as many of you know, I have readings tonight. But I wanted to talk a little bit about Wiccan Initiation. I get a lot of people asking me, am I doing initiations into Wicca? And we may do an initiation within our order, the Order of the Brown Star, for people who want it. But this book, why I like it, is it says you don't have to be under the control of a coven or anybody to be a Wicca, and that you can do your own initiation. And I'm going to read a little bit about that now. Hi, Dory Finn. Welcome. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. All right. Thank you, Baroness, for your help. By the way, I got to show you before I get into this. I always forget. I'm wearing my Wiccan Horned Lord shirt today. How do you like that? It says Wiccan. And it's the Horned Lord. This is the symbol of the god. It represents the sun, the crown with the power of the moon. It represents the horns, the Lord and the Lady, but it stands for the god. And it says Wiccan, Wicca, Wiccan. I'm a Wiccan. And I'm also wearing my silver chalice well pendant. You don't know what the chalice well symbol is. It's a sacred goddess, ancient pagan well at Glastonbury, England. And this is the symbol of the well. It's got a cover on it, has this symbol. Anyways, look up Glastonbury, Glastonbury, or chalice well. I'll put it in the chat here. Ricola, can you type it in the chat? Chalice well, Glastonbury, so people can look it up. Because we're going to go there. I'll be doing some videos there eventually. All right, so let's do a little talk about initiation. All right, I'm just going to read a little bit from Scott Cunningham's book. So let's see what he says about it. Concerning initiation. He says, most shamanic and magical religions utilize some sort of initiation ceremony, whereby an outsider becomes a recognized member of the religion, society, group, or coven. Such rites also mark the new direction that the initiate's life is taking. Much has been made publicly and privately of Wiccan initiations. Each Wiccan tradition uses its own initiation ceremonies, which may or may not be recognized by other Wiccans. On one point, however, most initiates agree. A person can be a Wiccan only if he or she has received such an initiation. This brings up an interesting question. Who initiated the first Wiccan? Most initiation ceremonies are nothing more than the rites marking the acceptance of a person into a coven and her or his dedication to the goddess and god. Sometimes power is passed between the initiator and the neophyte as well. To a non-Wiccan, the initiation might seem to be a rite of conversion. This isn't the case. Wicca has no need for such rites. We don't condemn the deities with which we may have attuned before practicing Wicca, nor need we turn our backs on them. Now, I want to just pause there for a second because I know there are a number of people that I encounter, at least here at YouTube, who write to me and they say, Psychic Bob, I was a devout Catholic, and in the last few years, I fell out of favor with the Catholic Church. And I want to be a Wiccan. I really feel that the Wiccan faith teaches me what I feel is true in my heart. And they say to me, I still love Mother Mary. Do I have to give her up to be a Wiccan? And I always say no. And I think Scott Cunningham said it so wonderfully here. He says, let's go read that again. We don't condemn the deities with which we may have attuned before practicing Wicca, nor need we turn our backs on them. This is really wonderful, a wonderful truth of Wicca. My own teacher taught me that before I ever learned it from Scott Cunningham. Whatever you bring to the craft, it's valuable. So if you studied yoga and you were a yogi, or you studied Islam, or you studied Christianity, whatever you have, you can bring that with you and keep your knowledge and your connections. You know? There's Cappy Hurry says, I'm applying my Maori culture to my Wiccan learning because, like you said, we all believe in a God from the start. Isn't that wonderful, Cappy? I love that. That's an exact example of what I'm trying to say. Thank you for sharing that. So your Maori culture is wonderful. Ancient pagan culture, Wicca, it's wonderful. It works. It works. So like other people here, I've always believed in the Catholics. I used to be Catholic when I was young, and then became a spiritualist, then a Wiccan. And as a Catholic, I always prayed to the saints, Mother Mary, the angels, the gods. I believe that saints are spirit guides. So even though I'm a Wiccan, occasionally I still call on St. Jude or Mother Mary. And I know some Wiccans are not cool with that. They're like, you can't do that. You're Wiccan. You have to renounce that. But it's not true. You don't have to renounce anything. All right. So I want to share that because there's a lot of questions about that as well. Let's continue on. See what else Scott says. Scott writes, the initiation ceremony, or ceremonies, since in many groups 3 successive rites are performed, is held to be of the utmost importance to those Wiccan groups still practicing ritual secrecy. Surely anyone entering such a group should undergo an initiation, part of which consists of swearing never to reveal the secrets. This makes sense and is a part of many coven initiations, but it isn't the essence of initiation. Many people have told me that they desperately need to undergo a Wiccan initiation. They seem to believe that one cannot practice Wicca without this stamp of approval. If you've read this far, you know that this isn't the case, that such isn't the case. Wicca has been, up until the past decade or so, a closed religion, but no more. The inner components of Wicca are available to anyone who can read and understand the material. Wicca's only secrets are its individual ritual forms, spells, names of deities, and so on. This needn't bother you. For every secret Wiccan ritual or goddess name, there are dozens, if not hundreds, of others published and readily available. At this moment, more Wiccan information has been released than ever before. While it once may have been a secret religion, today Wicca is a religion with few secrets. Okay. Still, many cling to the idea of the necessity of initiation, probably thinking that with this magical act, they'll be granted the secrets of the universe and untold power. To make things worse, some particularly narrow-minded Wiccans say that the goddess and god won't listen to anyone who isn't an athame-carrying member of a coven. Many would-be Wiccans believe this. It doesn't work this way. True initiation isn't a rite performed by one human being on another. Even if you accept the concept that the initiator is suffused with deity during initiation, it's still just a ritual. Initiation, now here's the part I want you to hear. Initiation is a process, gradual or instantaneous, of the individual's attunement with the goddess and God. Many of the Wicca readily admit that the ritual initiation is the outer form only. True initiation will often occur weeks or months later or prior to the physical ritual. So I want to pause there. So do you understand what they're saying? Your connection to your deities, your higher power, that's where the true connection is. If we have a ritual initiation, that's all fine and well, and it may be a beautiful experience. But if you've never had the chance to be in a coven or initiated, you can still practice Wicca because your initiation is between you and the deities. Like it said, who initiated the first Wiccan, right? So I really think that we want to stop and get off this high horse, because I've had some people write to me and say, well, you're not a real Wiccan because you're not part of an organized Gardnerian coven, for example. Well, my coven's an eclectic coven. No, we're not Gardnerian, but it doesn't make us any less real as Wiccans. And I was initiated. I actually did receive an initiation in a formal coven many years ago, like 20 years ago. But I've moved on from that coven. It dissolved. People moved away. Covens come and go. So what does that mean? Well, at some point, I decided I wanted to rededicate myself to the gods. And my initiation, I had a reinitiation later on where I did my own self-initiation based on Scott Cunningham's teachings. And it was just as powerful as my original initiation. So throughout our life, we're always connecting to the deities. And I want to just invite you to understand that you don't have to be in a coven or initiated at the hand of a high priest or a high priestess to be a real Wiccan. Make your commitment to the gods yourself. And then when you do an initiation, I do think initiation is important in Wicca. But as I said, you can do it yourself. And to do that yourself, you need to bring the power down from the gods. So the only way you can do that is to develop your knowledge of Wicca, study the books, pray, call on your deities, cast your spells, learn to cast a circle. And then you'll have a time after, usually about a year, you'll say, I really know this is for me. And then you do it. This is why in Wicca, we make our initiates and the covens wait a year and a day. It's tradition, a year and a day, they call it. Because we want people to really have a chance to explore the concepts. So to be an initiated Wiccan usually takes about a year, Thank you, Cappy. Cappy Hurrius says, you are Wiccan when you say and believe and feel you are. That is so true. It's a journey and it's awesome. Learning so much every day. I feel the same way. I've been practicing Wicca since 1998. So what is it now? 2022. So 24 years I've been doing Wicca. And I still feel as excited about it as I did the very first year in 1998. So yeah. What's really funny is back in a year before, in 1996 and 97, I would always go to bookstores. That's when we still had them around, like Borders books and Tower Record books. And I remember back in the 1990s, seeing this very book by Scott Cunningham on the shelf. And I bypassed it. I picked it up one time and said, Wicca, what's that? That's interesting. I flipped through it, but it just didn't speak to me at the time. I think it comes down to when the timing is right. And then later on, I ended up finding this book again. And when I read it the next time, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe I bypassed this. I distinctly remember seeing this book in the 1990s and just bypassing it. And boy, I tell you, once I started reading it, this book changed my life. So I have a great debt of gratitude to Scott Cunningham because I find his work makes Wicca accessible. And it brings down to a level that anybody can explore it, Denise D says, 1996, I graduated from high school. Denise, you might have been the girl I ran into at the bookshop. She was in high school back then. Or did you ever work at a bookshop? It's funny how the years go by. 20 years fly by like it's nothing. Volcanic Ice says, Also around the 1990s when I found Scott Cunningham in the college library. Wow. Back in, I was in college in the 1980s. Wicca wasn't practiced, at least at my university. Not that I ever knew. I never met a Wiccan or even heard of Wicca until the 1990s. And I wish when I'd been in college, I think it would have been so cool had I encountered a Wiccan group, But, it is what it is. But you start when the time is right. So I didn't discover Wicca till I was in my 30s. Now I'm in my 50s, But anyways, I want to just bring this to you because a lot of people are asking, do I have to be initiated? You don't have to be anything. And I think that your own connection to deity is what's important. Now, that being said, it is traditional to have an initiation. But like Scott Cunningham says, you can have your own initiation. You don't have to be in a coven. That being said, and some of the members of our order, the Order of the Brown Star, want to have an initiation, and we may yet do that. We're going to talk more about it as a coven. But I wanted just to come here. I didn't know if you guys I just have a few minutes here, take some questions, and then I'm going to wrap it up early tonight, Denise says she's a bookworm. I love it, Denise. Keep reading. Jay Whippet. Hi, Jay Whippet. Jay Whippet says, I used to go to the occult. No, hold on. Jay, I just lost your comment. All right, well, I have to come back. I lost the comment. Somehow it deleted. Does anybody have any questions? City of the Shadow Seas. Hey, good to see you, Samantha. Hey, Bob, going to be heading to Florida for a vacation. Am I an empath? I'm not doing psychic readings tonight. I'm only answering Wiccan questions, But I'll be answering those on a Friday and on Sunday and next Tuesday. So tonight is not psychic questions. Sorry, I have to stick to the rule or I have to answer everybody. I hope you understand. But thank you for your support. All right. It's not that I don't want to help you. It's that if I answer your question, then I have to answer everybody's. And tonight I want to keep the focus on Wicca. Okay. Thank you, Aaron. Blessings. Aaron said one of my predictions came to pass. Wonderful. Thank you. Cappy Huria says, just wondering if spirit animals are a Wiccan thing. Yes, many Wiccans do work with spirit animals, particularly the spirit of the wolf is very common in Wicca, as well as ravens. Yes, animals and their spirits play a big part in many Wiccans' practices. So to answer it in a nutshell, yes, spirit animals are part of Wicca, Gulf Coast October Reynolds says, similarities between Wicca and shamanism. Well, Wicca is a shamanic religion. Shamanism traditionally comes from the ancient pagan cultures and is still very active in countries like South America and the countries of South America, like the rainforest and Brazil and stuff still have tribal groups that practice ancient nature-attuned shamanic religions. And Wicca comes from the shamanic tradition of the British Isles, the Celtic Isles. So modern day shamanism, a lot of it is based on South American and Mexican culture here in the US. But in Europe, the shamanic practices of Wicca come from the Celtic tradition, the Irish, English, Scottish, and Welsh traditions. Okay, thank you so much. Blessings to you. All right. Alicia Faces, can you tell us anything about Bastet? I have always been drawn to her and have worked with her loosely. Bastet, ancient Egyptian cat goddess. And cats, by the way, are very Wiccan. Somebody was asking me about the animal spirits. So the spirit of the cat is also Wiccan, and many Wiccans relate to the spirit of cat. And Bastet, we could think of her as the queen of the cats. She's a cat goddess. from ancient Egypt. And she's very nurturing and protective of her devotees. She's very powerful. She may look like a sleek black cat, but she can terrorize anybody who attacks her devotees. So, with all the gods, we want to relate to them in reverence and kindness and spiritual light. So, yes, absolutely a wonderful goddess, very much worshipped in the Wiccan communities. Cappy Hurria says, yes, I'm a cat. There you go. You got the cat spirit with you. Baroness Kolobob says, I'm a crow, raven, owl, bird person. I love all of those as well. Yes, you are. And Baroness Kolobob and I both have really interesting experiences with ravens and crows where they literally will talk to us and protect us. Aaron Patricia writes, hi again, Baron Bob. Was Jim Morrison, frontman of the Doors, a real shaman or a showman? Thanks, love, and light. I actually know people who personally knew Jim Morrison, and they told me he really was serious about his shamanic practices. He actually had a spirit of a Native American, and I think it was Apache or a Sioux Indian medicine man who would literally come and give him messages. He had a spirit guide who was a Native American. So he did take it seriously and practice it. By the way, Aaron, also Jim Morrison was married to a Wiccan for a while. I think it was Pam Keneally, or Pam Keneally, I think, was a Wiccan practitioner, and he was married to her in a Wiccan ritual. So he practiced Wicca as well. Thank you. Wonderful. Robin Stevens said, I heard an owl this morning before walking in my car before going to work. Robin, owls and signs, when we get a distinct experience like that, that's usually a message from the cosmos. So when you have a chance, slow down and ask the spirit of the owl if they have a message for you. You may be surprised. Denise D says, Bob, how do I know who my spirit animal is? Denise, there's a real simple way to start exploring that. One, you, of course, go to a medium. Maybe I could find it. But on your own, what you want to do is put out a call to the cosmos. Say, I want to know if there are any animal guides who want to come and work with me. And then what will happen after you put that out to the cosmos, like seriously sit down, focus, and put that intent out, they'll start appearing. Like you may suddenly have squirrels appear on your window of, your window ledge. And everywhere you go, suddenly there's squirrels. That can be a sign, So that's how you start to know. You ask the universe to give you the sign, and then the signs will come. You'll know. All right. Well, guys, listen, I'm going to have to wrap this up early. I've got to go to more meetings tonight, readings. Thank you to all of you calling for readings. If you're waiting to hear from me, I am getting back to people as quickly as I can. Thank you for your patience. But listen, make sure, go tonight if you can, over to my website, PsychicBob.com, and register for Saturday's Psychic Development class. We're going to again talk about earthbound spirits, how to work with them safely. Love to have you in our class. It's limited to 30 people, so you want to get in if you can. Okay. Also, Sunday, if you want to be in the inner circle, send me an email. Some of you may have gotten an email from me that were former members of the inner circle. This Sunday is Inner Circle. We're going to do a class on angels, how to work with angels, who they are. And I'm going to share my own personal experiences with angels that I haven't really shared publicly. So I'd love to have you in either or both classes. The Psychic Development class is $30. The Inner Circle class is $50. But the Inner Circle class is limited to only 10 people. I usually get like 50 or 60 people a week that want in, but I'm limiting it to 10. So if you want to be in this Sunday class, you need to let me know ASAP. Okay. I still have openings for Saturday as well. So that Saturday, go to my website and register. and pay over there. It's done through PayPal. Sunday, you need to write me. I'll send you an invoice. All right? Listen, guys, I love you. PsychicBob's got to run. Keep it here at Spirit Channel. More coming tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Thursday. Vlog Thursday. Well, we'll have something fun. I'm going to squeeze something. Oh, wait, Thursday. No, tomorrow's runes, 7 o'clock. Yeah, be here tomorrow night, 7 p.m. for live rune readings. We're going to open the mystic runes. I got my runes in here and see what messages come from the rune masters of the cosmos. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. I'm sorry to cut it short tonight, but I hope you understand PsychicBob's on work mode. I love all of you. May all of you always blessed be. Make sure to hit that like button, thumbs up, subscribe. Be part of our channel. We'll see you back here tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, same time as this show, for live psychic rune readings. I love you all. May all of you always blessed be.